What's up, everybody? Welcome to your easy install video. Today we're going to be changing this TV, and you see these ugly little wires. Long story short, we bought the new little hey, I appreciate it, you're so cheap Costco replacement Vizio TV, and I figured since I'm going to change it, we got to hide all these wires back here. So a quick and easy install video. Honestly, everybody can do it, even Helen Keller. I kind of showed her last week. Let's get into the tools. Screwdriver. I put mine on an impact gun, makes it a little bit faster. At the end of the day, you just need the Phillips screwdriver. This is going to be to remove the old TV mount. I've got the old school one. This is the Samsung LF71 2010. It's still rolling strong, but it's just old and time to upgrade. You'll see where this comes into play. I don't have my wire stripper, so side cutters will do. I'll show you how to do that. I'm basically going to run a box behind the TV. Right now it runs down behind that little bed there, and that wire looks stupid, so I figured I'd put it away. Stud finder. I'll show you why this comes in handy. Basically just going to find the wooden studs, and you want to make sure that these things always work correctly. Should turn red when you hit the stud. Seems to be working all right. Electrical box. So I wanted the blue plastic Home Depot, put it anywhere you want on the drywall with the little flap that turns, but because I am in the 50th state and we are in an island in the middle of the ocean and Home Depot and Lowe's doesn't really give a shit, I couldn't find one. So I'm going to use the metal box, and you'll kind of see how I mount this. It's going to go in the drywall the same way. I'm going to surface mount it, and then faceplate will cover. Pencil for marking, make sure it's definitely not sharp at all, and then drywall knife. Cool? Let's get into it. First thing I'm going to do is just move this overly heavy bed out of the way, and then we'll get the TV removed. Camera angle change. Boom. I'm going to work on getting the TV off now. You'll kind of see why I needed that long screwdriver. This probably doesn't apply to most, but I got this old school TV mount, and I have got to take this little guy off. So I don't know if you can see it in that angle. But basically this has got to slide out in order for me to get that off. Sounded awesome. I already unplugged the HDMI. That's just where I had the Apple TV and all that kind of stuff. So, secret bonus pro tip: before you take the old dirty ass TV and set it down on the bed to remove the TV mount, yeah, don't piss your wife off. Go ahead and lay that out. Okay, I take this TV off the wall now. All right, cool. So the screwdriver / my impact gun was just to take the screws off the existing TV mount. Again, I'm gonna reuse it. Hopefully these fit into the new TV. They normally sometimes use smaller ones, but kind of hope for the best. Keep the brackets on the side. And then I do want to reuse these spacers. These spacers are good, especially because I'm going to be putting the outlet behind the new TV. And yeah, that's where you're going to get the clearance. All that can go on the side. I'm going to steal the power cable from this one. Use it for your computer monitors, other TVs or whatever. It's a pretty universal one. All right, so here is my theory. I'm gonna leave the existing wall plate because I want to reuse this wall mount bracket, but I want to put the plug behind the TV. So I'm gonna mount it here. Typically, these things are gonna hit the stud. This bottom plate, for whatever reason the hell, is exposed, so I can see that the outlet is on the right side of the stud. I'm basically gonna go straight up and then install my new box somewhere around here. Can't eyeball level. If not, I got my level. So I'm gonna put the new box here, but I'm gonna use my stud finder anyway just to find where the stud is. I'm assuming it's gonna be right here. And then just move this to the right. Again, this is going straight into the drywall. I'm just gonna drop my line straight down and then tap the line into that existing box for power, and then we can get rid of all these unsightly cords. All right, so this is just a close-up of where I want to put it. Again, I'm just going to check, kind of see where the stud is. If you can kind of see the red light, that basically gives me that 1.5 inches on that 2x4. So I'm just going to make a little mark right here showing where the edge of that 2x4 is, because I want to be a little bit over. And you can kind of see it goes all the way down. Now, straight shot down from here is where that wall outlet is. Again, I'm just going to punch a hole in just to run my cord. Easiest way to make that cut, again, I want to be right here, and I want to give enough for the wall plate to cover. So I'll go at whatever, 1.5 inches down from here on where the actual box starts. And then I'm about 1/8 of an inch away from this line, just to make sure. I'm gonna level it, and you can level it this way and kind of see, right? Boom. These things have little knobs sticking out, so I just want to make sure I'm good on the level. All right, cool. So I'm level there. I'm just gonna trace this box out. Realistically, I'm gonna come across. I'm gonna leave these tabs on the outside, so I'm not too worried about it. Okay, I got my main lines here. This, I'll just use this as a ruler as my camera slowly fades away. And boom. Cool, so I got where I'm gonna kind of cut out from my electrical box. All right, cool, there's a lot of ways you can do this. I'm just gonna use basically a saw. This isn't even a drywall saw, honestly. This is a little skill saw that I normally use for metal, but it'll work. And then you could pre-drill this in these corners. I'm gonna go with the much more time-tested, tap it in place and cut through the drywall, and hopefully it works. So if you see it, it kind of goes through there anyway. But again, a lot of easy ways you can do it. You can score it with a razor knife and then go in, drill the corners and then go in. You wanna get fancy, you can use your jigsaw, but I'm just gonna tap this through. And then now that I'm through, I'm gonna just work the saw. Another thing to keep in mind too is obviously when you're checking with the stud finder, it's only checking where the wood is. In case there is any electrical wires, what I typically like to do is get the kids involved. Just kidding!
Alright, you can go about your business, I guess. Daddy will just hammer this in and hopefully he doesn't get shocked.
Better not, because that won't make good for a video. Maybe it would make a good video. I've had more views. Guy cuts finger off trying to install a wall outlet while his daughter watches in the background. Full wall opening. You like how there's a little electrical cord back there? I was actually joking about hitting the line, but this apartment is 1969, so they ran wires everywhere. Get in there. And yeah, let's give it a little love tap. I'll use the back of my rubber hammer here. I just wanted to make sure I had it as snug as possible. I'll move this thing out of the way. And then the reason why I wanted it snug and then I wanted it in there is just so the regular faceplate would easily cover the gap. But if you cut it too wide and you suck, no, I'm just kidding. Use the bigger faceplate and it'll hide. So all I'm gonna do is kind of tap these in. I'm gonna screw them in here top and bottom. I'm just gonna use drywall screws and I'll be able to run my cord down through the wall to the bottom outlet. So now I am just gonna feed my electrical cable down through the punch out in the box and run this down, and hopefully I see this nice beautiful yellow. Not hopefully, I'll see it. Okay, I'm just gonna run it in there. Smack the camera. I'm working with confined spaces, people. Okay, so I actually already see it kind of coming through the bottom. Let's get that camera tilt. See that yellow? I'm gonna make it wiggle. Alrighty. So that yellow that's coming through is my cord from up here. Gotta make it disappear. Gotta make it poke its head. So now that I know that I'm out the bottom, I'm just gonna pull it through the bottom and then we can tie her up here. Alright, I just wanted to show you guys. See how I just have the ends stripped off of the wire? Now some electrical plugs, when you buy the heavy duty one, not the fucking $2 one, you see there's little holes in the back. You can actually just stick it right in the hole and that's how you get your power. But I have a heavy duty line and the Manini hole over here. So I'm just gonna run it to the side. If you can see, it typically tells you hot. So hot being your power, and they actually color these screws a darker color compared to the other side, which is a lighter color. So basically my black in this case is my hot. I'm gonna run the black to this side and basically clamp it between the screws. My white will come on this side, and then the bare wire is just the ground, and that's going to green. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my, I don't have needle nose, because why would I come prepared for the video? So I'm just gonna use my side cutters and then curl it around like that. You'll kind of see it's just gonna hook in, and then make sure when you're hooking it in, you're gonna tighten this to where the hook would get tighter. If not, it's just gonna kick off. So yeah, I'm just gonna tighten this up so you guys can see. So that's on there now. I don't even, you know, have to hold it. I'm gonna do the white on this side, the lighter color, the black on the other side, and then secure this into the hole. So we are in the hole, we are tight, we are snug, it's looking solid. All I'm just gonna do is throw that faceplate over, cover up all those ugliness, and tighten her up. All right, so I got the new TV out. It's pretty apparent that these big ass screws that came off the old TV are not gonna fit in those tiny little holes, but I had an extra wall mount from the kids TV that came with the Mickey Mouse tiny ass screws, and I should just get enough clearance with my little spacer to still thread it in. So I'm gonna put these brackets back on and hope for the best. We are all wired up, spacers in place, washers locking it down, and we're gonna hang this bad boy right there where we have our wall mount outlet. I already checked the power, works, and yeah, we roll.